So in yesterday's video, I posted a video, and this is not one of them. It's going to go up soon today, where I kind of talked about how Adobe is getting stricter. Today, I'm going to actually be talking about if you're currently uploading to Adobe Stock, what do you want to do during this strict phase? I kind of talked about how I estimate that it'll take about a year and a half for Adobe to go through this phase of more strict kind of constraints on their contributors, and people who want to contribute but are not yet contributors are probably going to face harder and harder times to create their accounts, get accounts approved. They already announced that they're going to force people to essentially use phone verification to create an account. They can't create more than one account, things like that. All these things, like I said, foreshadow a kind of future that, Adobe is not going to be able to sustain wasting money. And that's what it comes down to, because the more people they accept and the more garbage that they're going to have to filter through every single month on their platform, the more money it costs. So what are you going to do as somebody who is a uploader to Adobe Stock, a current Adobe Stock contributor? The first thing you could do is keep uploading. If you're uploading currently, you have an account on Adobe Stock, you're generating income every single month, keep uploading, but don't upload the way you used to. Like for me now, even this is something that I'm looking into, is I am more strict now with what is going to be submitted. And to give you guys a whole concept through my workflow is when images are being created, I'm not sitting down and creating the images. The first thing I do is I sit down and I do create some images in a style that I like. Once I find the style, I give those requirements and those components to an AI. The AI will come up with a list of different prompts for me. I submit the list into an AI agent, which the AI agent is responsible for creating all the images for. Excuse me, not the AI agent, but the automator tool that creates the images for me. It will sit there and create all the images for me. I then take those images. Let's just say it's a prompt list of, let's say, 100 images. Then it really comes out to 400 images if we're talking about Midjourney. I take those 400 images, make sure they're upscaled. Then I take them, I upload them into Adobe Stock, for example. I have all the images tagged and titled with an AI agent tool. So I just click literally one button. It will go through 100 at a time. It will title them. It will tag them. And I skip from page to page to page. It completes the 400, titled and tagged completely. And I save and then I submit. When I submit, guys, I'm not submitting all photos. Okay? There are some natural errors that AI creates that there's nothing really I can control for. In the past, I might have been removing, let's just say 2% of the images. So if for every 100, I might delete an image or two, maybe 3. But for now, I'm actually going to be a little strict. I might delete 4, 5, or 6, or 7, or 8 images. The reason why, per every 100, is because, once again, I see the future being a little bit more strict. And if I'm deleting about 8%, let's just say 7 to 8% of what's being created, what this is a filtering mechanism for me to protect myself long term, okay? Now, for me, filtering myself and protecting myself, the reason why I'm doing this is because if I can decrease my rejection rate from 25%, let's just subtract that to 13%, 13 plus 8, roughly 25, or excuse me, 23, let's say 15% even, I'm doing something where I'm decreasing my chance of falling over a certain threshold. I don't want to be somebody who gets negative attention in Adobe's eyes. At the end of the day, Adobe makes me money every single month. I don't want to put myself in a bad position with Adobe. I don't want Adobe to look at me and say, you know what? We're not satisfied with everything that you're doing. We're going to either to freeze your account, ban it, whatever the case may be. I don't want to be in that situation. So I'm just going to stay respectful, and I'm going to, but right before I publish the images, after they're titled and tagged and all that, I'm going to then do my filter. Some people might say, why don't you delete them before you even publish them? Why? Because when I publish images, guys, that is the last period of time where I'm selecting each and every individual image that I want to publish. And when I publish images, a lot of the times I'll have 100, 200, 300, 400 images created in a somewhat similar niche. So let me give you an example. If I'm publishing pictures of, let's say, these cute astronaut photos. So you guys see these astronauts on my thumbnails, right? You guys can go ahead and see them. We have them in different poses. We have an astronaut on a rocket. We have an astronaut sitting in a money background, right? Like with income, an astronaut using a laptop, an astronaut taking a picture, right? Let's just assume that I'm creating these kind of pictures. If I have 400 of these astronaut type photos, it wouldn't be wise to submit all 400. Whoever's reviewing those images is going to say, these are all astronaut pictures. There's no diversity here. They're all similar, right? For me, I don't want to put myself in that precarious position. What if that reviewer decides, you know what? They're having a bad day and they want to ban my account because I'm spamming the system or I'm posting images that are way too similar. So I don't do that. So what I do is I'll publish 4 or 5 astronaut type photos, 4 or 5 images of, churches, 4 or 5 images of food, 4 or 5 images of, animal mascots, whatever the case may be. I'll group them together, and next thing you know, I've published 100, 200 images that are somewhat different, okay? So when I'm selecting what images I'm publishing, I just look through the 100 very quickly, and I just choose which ones I want to delete right there, or not even publish to begin with. And the images that are published, great. The images that are not published are either going to be published, right? They're going to be submitted, or some of them are going to be deleted. And that's kind of why. Now, some people might say, well, you would save money if you deleted them prior to and not have your machine tag and title them. The amount that I'm saving is minuscule. For reference, if I want to tag and title using the AI agent, right, the AI agent tool, if I want to tag and title 100 images, it's going to cost a couple of pennies, a few pennies. For me to sit there and pick through every individual image, what am I really saving? Over time, let's just say I save, let's just say for the sake of it, 400 images over a course of a month, and I delete them prior to them being tagged and titled. What am I saving? 15 cents? For me, it's just not worth it to waste that kind of time. So for me, I don't kind of worry about that side of things. So that's kind of the approach. But that's kind of my whole approach behind what to do as a step-by-step kind of idea for people who are currently contributing in the landscape where I see Adobe Stock starting to become more restrictive. Now, you're not going to notice it right away, but you will start seeing people in forums. Maybe not right now, maybe not in 4 months from now or 5 months from now, but you definitely start seeing them maybe a year from now. People start complaining of being banned. People start complaining of having some sort of freeze on their account. And to be honest, I don't blame Adobe for this. They have to figure out how to run their business. There's definitely a lot of people who are publishing low-quality content on Adobe Stock, right? If you currently are worried that some of your images might be considered low quality, go into your account and delete the images that you think are low quality. I would definitely invest a couple days going through your portfolio and deleting some images. Adobe has that function where you can go in, you can delete images that you no longer want on your portfolio. That's a completely reasonable thing to do. And I would absolutely do that if you're currently in the game today, currently uploading. I might even do it myself. I have to kind of go through the process. I definitely have a lot of images that I have to deal with, but you're kind of getting my point here. So if you're a current contributor, keep contributing. Keep doing what you're doing. Just be a little more strict on yourself. Lower that percentage of the amount of rejections that you're going to get, and keep publishing. This is just a little speed bump in the road. This is not going to be something that should take you out, especially if you're doing everything right the way we teach things. And something that I will say, now that you guys are here at the end of the video, we have the Superstock AI course. Let me just go ahead and get access to that real quick, because I want to make an announcement about the course. The course will be closed off. The current members can have free access any period of time they want. The course will be closed off. You will not, in 24 hours from right now, you will not be able to, within 24 hours, these are going to be the last 24 hours that you can sign up for this course. When you sign up, if you sign up, you'll get access to all the content, of course. But the sign up button will no longer exist because it will be closed off. We're not going to allow any more new students. We're going to do a relaunch of the course where we're going to add more and more content after, probably maybe about a month or something, or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We're working as hard as we can behind the scenes to get that done. But once we open it up, it will be at a higher price. And of course, the people who've paid the $99 to join the course or current members, you'll never have to pay to watch the future content. So everybody gets free access for those who paid, of course. If you're a current student who, you paid for the course previously, just one of the other perks. The more content we upload, it's all yours for free, of course. So the new price that when we open up is going to be a higher price. I'm just letting you guys know right now. So these are going to be the absolute last 24 hours that you can join. And after these 24 hours, nobody will be able to join until we do the relaunch. For the people who have already joined in the past or are going to plan to join now, you guys can access the content anytime of day. And actually, the people who already joined, within the next few days and next few weeks, you're going to start seeing more content being slowly added to the course without me making announcements. On the day that it will open up to everybody again at the new price, you guys will see all the content already there. So by the time that I actually make the announcement, some of you will have already watched all the new content because you're consistently checking what's on the course, all right? So I just wanted to kind of put that out there for everybody to know. And that's pretty much it, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.